here once more to orient your fitness in the right direction. Today, I'm going to be discussing with you why military posture is actually not good for your health. I know many of you think, oh, good posture, it's up like this, chest out. That's what they do in the military. I don't know about you, but when I'm in this posture personally, I feel like I'm in some kind of aggressive mood. I feel like really aggressive. Like, if I were to go over to my sister's house right now, you'd be like, yo sis, Merry Christmas. I said Merry Christmas. What are you, deaf? Here's your present. Hope you're happy. That's what I would feel like being in military posture. But it's actually not good for your health, military posture, because it throws your body out of alignment. When your chest is out like this, you're going to increase the curve in your lumbar spine, and I'll show you that a little bit more later, why that's significant. But when you increase the curve in your back, you're actually compressing your spine more. That's going to lead to back pain, and if you do it enough over long periods of time, it can start to cause degenerative changes in your spine. So basically, when you're in military posture like this, chest out, your back, the curve in your back, it's going to increase. That's significant because, as I said, it's going to increase compression in your back, and it's also going to tilt your pelvis forward, like that. It's tilting my pelvis forward. That's significant because, for several reasons actually. One reason is, when my pelvis is tilted forward, my hamstrings are lengthening, because my hamstrings attach from your butt crease up here, right below your knee. So when my pelvis is tilted forward, my hamstrings are in a lengthened, weaker position. So when my hamstrings are in a lengthened, weaker position, they can't pull back on my pelvis as much. And also, they can't support my knee as much either. So more stress is going to be placed, therefore, on my ACL. And my ACL is going to be more stressed, and I'm more likely to get an ACL injury in the future due to my hamstrings not being able to pull back on my knee as much. Also, when my pelvis is tilted forward like that, my abs are lengthened and in a weakened position. When my abs are weaker, they can't pull back on my pelvis as much, because my pelvis does a posterior pelvic tilt when my abs contract. So if my pelvis cannot tilt back as much, when my abs are in a lengthened, weakened position, that's not good either. And both those muscles being weakened, they're not as able to resist this muscle here, called the Iliopsoas, or your other hip flexor muscles. The Iliopsoas is a very powerful hip flexor muscle. It attaches from your spine, your lumbar spine, and comes down to your upper leg. When your Iliopsoas is tight, as it is in most people because we sit a lot, we sit with our hip in a flexed position. If we're in military posture, our pelvis is tilted forward, and our iliopsoas is going to be in a shortened position even more. So now it's pulling forward on our spine even more because we're in the military posture with our chest forward and our pelvis tilted forward. So our hamstrings cannot pull back on our pelvis as much. They're in a lengthened, weakened position. Our abs cannot pull back on our pelvis as much. They're in a lengthened, weakened position. And our iliopsoas and hip flexors are tightened, and they're pulling our pelvis forward. And you're putting a lot of compression force on your back here. So that's why the military posture is actually not as good for you as you think it is. Alright guys, this has been Jeff once more, explaining to you why the military posture is actually not the best posture for you. I hope that taught you something. Normal posture pretty much is, if you had a string, you descended it from the ceiling. It's supposed to go from the middle of your earlobe, down through the center of your shoulder, down through your hip, the center of your hip, the center of your knee, to just in front of your ankle. That is proper posture, where it's pretty much right down your body, and you have all the normal curves in your spine. Your spine should be an elongated S shape, with the cervical spine up here being slightly lordotic or forward curved. Your thoracic spine or upper mid back, that should be a slightly kyphotic curve or backward curve. And your lumbar spine should be a slightly lordotic or forward curve. So having good posture evenly distributes the weight in your body. The military press does not do that. It puts you into bad posture actually. Although it may look good, it's not actually good for you. So guys, I hope that taught you something. This has been Jeff once more, orienting your fitness in the right direction. If you like this video, please like it, comment on it, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you, and I'll see you guys later.